Happy Heart Day, everyone. Did you know that this really super cool organ, the heart, is the most important organ in your body? This is the organ that pumps all the blood flow and oxygen to all of your important organs like your brain, your liver, and your kidney, and this is what keeps you alive. I want to give you a couple tips on how you can take care of this heart of yours so that it will last you for a really long time. Did you know that heart disease is actually the most common cause of death in the United States for adults? It actually kills more adults every year than all forms of cancer combined. So it's really important to start taking care of your heart now. Heart disease actually begins as early as your teen years. The decisions we make when we're younger actually affect our health as we get older and become adults. So my first tip is get plenty of exercise. So our heart actually has to be able to relax to fill with blood, and then it squeezes to push blood out to our bodies through this big blood vessel called our aorta. Okay, so when we exercise, it actually helps keep our heart muscle strong and healthy so that it can easily do its job. Shut the screens off, put your phone down, go outside and get at least 60 minutes of exercise 5 days a week. Okay? Number 2, make sure you're making good food choices. So I know it's a lot easier and sometimes maybe tastes better to grab a bag of chips or drink a Mountain Dew. But over time, those foods actually create inflammation in our blood vessels and makes it really easy for plaque and cholesterol to stick to the inside of our blood vessels. And as you can see, when those plaques start to develop, they eventually can sometimes plug up the artery completely. And that's what actually causes a heart attack. We want to make sure we're eating healthy food choices to fuel our body. We wouldn't put the wrong kind of gasoline in our car, right? You wouldn't put diesel fuel in your mom's minivan because that would wreck the car. Your body is the same way. You need to make sure and put the correct type of fuel in your car, in your body, so that it runs correctly and you don't have the development of blockage in your heart arteries. My third tip is don't vape, okay? Tobacco is so bad for your heart muscle. It rots the inside of your blood vessels and makes the development of heart disease very, very easy to happen. If you have somebody in your family or in your life that you love, tell them to stop smoking because it's actually really bad for your heart. I know sometimes it can be tempting as we get older because we think it's cool to do things like vape, but vaping has really, really bad consequences on our heart disease as we get older. My next tip is have meaningful relationships in your life. Did you know that stress actually is one of the top leading causes of the development of heart disease? Actually, more heart attacks happen around Christmas every year than any other time of the year. Unfortunately, the holidays are really stressful for some people and it leads to them having a heart attack. Meaningful relationships actually decrease the amount of stress in our life, increase how meaningful we perceive our life to be, and bring a lot of joy into our life, right? My last tip is make sure you get plenty of rest at night. Not only is rest important for school, but it's also really important for your heart and your blood pressure. When we are getting enough rest at night, our body is able to go into a recovery phase where we grow, our heart muscle is able to stay nice and strong, and we're able to restore energy and be at our best the next day ahead.